MTN SME Hub. Link to growth. Link to success. Link to the ultimate resource for business advice and insights.
Welcome back to the Big Small Business Show. In studio with us, we've got Ameera Cassim. She's the founder of Green Dot Café, and we're talking about. We started talking about franchise. Now, I just want to touch in on here because I'm hearing things about, and I'm not liking what I'm hearing. So I just want to just make sure I'm hearing correctly. You're saying you want control, all right, but you don't want company owned, because you want to find people with passion, and then you want to make sure you can control who they are and then run the thing in the background. But you don't want to split yourself into 20 or multi. You need to, So are you hearing the contradiction here?
Yes, yeah. I am. So okay. I think...
Have we got control issues by any chance?
I think I do. I think I have to let go of the reins. But I think one of the challenges is finding passionate people who want to be in the industry. Yes, there's people that want a franchise or have the financial backing. But second to that is, do you have the passion to want to run the business? Because it's not, we can all just be like, okay, here's 2 million and let's open up a Green Dot and see how it goes. But then do you have the passion, the grit, the day-to-day to be in there, to know exactly what's going on, the ins and outs? Yeah.
So we've had Natasha Sidiris on the show many years ago from Tasha's.
Yes.
She, I think, lives in Dubai at the moment. I've been to one of Natasha's stores. It's a fantastic restaurant run by fantastic people. Why can't you do the same as she does, or she did?
So funny enough, you bring up the Tasha's brand. So I was just telling your assistant as well that someone called us like we like the halal version of the Tasha's, and I think Natasha nailed it with finding the right people she could franchise with, and there is passion behind it. I mean, I've seen it with the owners at certain stores. They are passionate, there is dedication, and I think for me it's finding those right people, which I'm going to be honest, sometimes it is a bit hard to come by, to find those right people. I know you might not get it from the first step, but it's a learning step. It's a learning progress. I mean, I take Natasha as a role model. I mean, her role model, her business model is something that I aspire to a lot.
Okay, so, and let me come back to you now. Hypothetically, how long could Green Dot Café run without you? How many days, maybe hours, but how many days before it comes to a grinding halt? Something needs to be signed, a decision needs to be made, a button needs to be pushed to pay. How many days?
So nothing of that sort. I mean, I've got my managers in place. They run the store. I mean, I've been away for a month from the store. Everything was perfectly fine. It's just my sense of belonging. You know, I put my blood, sweat and tears in our first retail store. And I think what I love about is actually chatting to my customers or chatting to the patrons that come there. And they feel that personal touch. So I don't need to sign any invoices. I have an incredible team behind me. I mean, we are a staff complement of 35 in total. And I mean, each one plays their role with utmost care and dedication. So, yeah, I think it's just my...
You haven't answered my question. How long? A month?
Look, I haven't tried it for longer than a month, so I'm going to say a month.
Okay. You speak about in the insert 2 new concepts that you're working on. Are they in food?
Yes.
Okay. And how busy, if you had to measure yourself out of 10, how busy you are?
My personal self.
Yes, your personal self. How busy are you? How busy is Ameera out of 10? 11?
I was going to say, can I say 11 out of 10? Look, I am busy, but I also have to find a true balance of scale when I mean between work and family. So I have to balance attending to my family, to my kids, to the business. So it seems like I'm constantly busy, but I'm also giving that time to my kids and family as well.
So I'm trying to build up a case here. I'm leading the witness, so to speak, right? So if you are 11 out of 10 now,
Yes,
and you're trying to find balance, and you want to scale, where does the extra time come from? And you're a control freak. Okay, where does the extra time come from?
you know what? The extra time comes from actually giving the right people the right position. So we've always been a firm believer in promoting within. So we already know if there's another store coming, we know exactly who's going to come out of which role and will become a general manager that will sort of go around store to store following SOPs, and who will become like head of coffee to make sure all the stores are following the coffee procedures as well. So we have those plans in place. So yeah, it's something that we have given a lot of thought to. And I think for me, it's just seeing that name in more than one place, you know. So yeah, just seeing are things fine. Like for me, cleanliness. So it's like, okay, is your store kept clean and hygiene? Like, you know, so it's for me, it's like small things. Yeah.
You speak about you wanting to know how to organically scale. Okay. So one is this, scale is this, you know, exponential process, and organic is quite a linear process.
Yes.
So explain to me what you mean by organic scalability. Is it somewhere in between for you? Is how do you get to scale, but in a slow way? Is that what you're asking?
Yes, I think it ties a lot back to the first part of finding the right people we can work with. Because it all goes back to, yes, anybody can say, here's money. Or, I mean, we get it almost every weekend based on how busy they see the store. Okay, are you ready to franchise? Are you ready to franchise? And the thing is, like, we want to see the passion, you know, it's more the passion behind there. So that's why I always refer to organic. Like, we don't want to push it too hard and then everything sort of like crumbles if we're not ready for a certain sector or a certain area or location. So it has to all make sense collectively.
Okay, we're going to take a break now. When we come back, I'm going to give Ameera some things to think about. Stay tuned.
MTN SME Hub, link to business success.